Hi, we're the Briefs, and you're listening to Beautiful Disaster on chaoticradio.com.
And you're listening to A Beautiful Disaster on chaoticradio.com. We are live with Lonely Stars in studio. That's
funny.
DJ.
You got a fucking camera pointing at me, and I'm thinking,
and you're looking at me?
And I go, fucking hell, my tits got bigger.
And we have Lonely Stars live in studio about to perform my favorite cover that they do. And it's a
cover.
It's a cover.
A cover of a cover.
No,
when you were playing earlier on, I noticed a lot of fucking 50s rock and roll in there. Especially, I think it was Del Shannon's Runaway in the background there.
Yeah, in the background of that one. You know,
yeah.
So,
am I right?
You picked that up.
Yeah, well, so, rockabilly music is 50s music.
Yeah, for sure.
When I was a kid, my uncle was in a 50s cover band, so I would go see his shows all the time, and I think that's kind of stuck with me for...
Oh, you know what? We got a phone call. So before you play live, we're gonna talk on the phone real quick. Put it through to me, Mike.
Hello.
chaoticradio.com, what's up?
Hey, not too much. How you guys doing?
Doing great, man. How are you?
Hey, it's Kevin.
Hey, Cam, what's up?
Oh, it's a slide.
So it's Kevin. He's the steel guitar player from our band. Kevin, what's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty good. Just finishing some practice. It seems to never end, but
that was awesome. Awesome performance on Saturday, Kevin.
Oh, thanks. Saturday. Oh yeah, now I remember that one.
The dog head.
Yeah. No, we had fun.
Don't admit you remember it, son. Don't ever admit it. Just go with the
flow. You know what? I found out I liked what Cameron was writing and spinning, and so I thought I wanted to become a full-time member. I was kind of a part-timer before, but no, it's a fun band. I enjoy it.
You've been playing with them for a while now, right?
Well, sort of on and off for a couple of years. I've been in a number of other bands around, but...
Why on and off? Don't you like them? Do you fucking...
No, I do now. No, I found out that...
I do now.
This is
now.
Leave Orange
County. No, I don't know. You know, it was just this thing. As a steel guitar player, I just had to get used to a faster vibe. That was basically the whole thing. I mean, I was playing rockabilly, and I had a professional Hawaiian band, oddly enough, for about 14 years. So it was just a different vibe, and it took me a while to get my head wrapped around playing faster. And it's... Because with the steel guitar, I mean, you can do a lot of finesse, but if you're playing loud and fast, it's hard to do that. But that's fine. I enjoy playing this style, and it's...
Kevin makes us legit.
Yeah, but I mean, steel guitar players are normally the most boring bastards in the world, right?
It sounds really good.
Pretty much.
Except for this guy.
Well, you know what?
There
is some truth in that. It's kind of like being a triangle player. I mean, you wait your time. Oh, wait, here's my spot. You play a couple of notes and you sit back. It's not unusual for steel guitar players in a lot of bands. Maybe they're, unlike a rhythm guitar player or something, they're only playing probably maybe 25% of the time of a song.
Yeah. But it's a very specialized fucking sound, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like
this sound.
There's not that many bands in the world actually are going out there going, fuck, I need a new fucking steel guitar player.
It's great that that we found him and that he's willing to play with us, really, because he's a great guy and great musician.
He's a real musician.
Yeah, not like the rest of us.
I think it's a great addition to the band. He sounds really good.
And he gives us something different that really makes us stand out against any of the other bands you're going to go see, because I mean, really, out of all the bands we play with, whether we're playing, we've said we play so many different shows, whether it's punk rock or rockabilly or country, we're the only guys that have a steel guitar player. It really does set us out.
And now Kevin wants to get paid.
Yeah, basically. So we're charging all shows now like $300 minimum.
Good. No.
Now I can't book you guys anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, he'll settle for a beer or two.
Guys.
When you say that, there's not many bands with a steel guitar player.
That's what brought me in.
And I love the fact that, like you said, it ain't easy to fucking, you play fast shit, right? Steel guitar players don't play fast shit. They play fucking...
Yeah.
It's like
shit,
Speedy West type fast stuff.
So how the fuck do you speed that up, or do you just like...
It's not too much. I mean, some stuff's like pretty up tempo, but
it's
not really too much faster than traditional country western, kind of like like swing or something.
Yeah, the only difference with us is we're it's a little more distorted and a little hard edge kind of stuff, but it's similar.
It screams a little more. Yeah. But otherwise, it's straight up roots country rock and roll.
Yeah, roots country rock and roll with.
That's right.
Yeah,
punk rock. It's
punk rock.
It's punk rock.
It's punk rock.
Whatever show we're on.
Well, you know what?
It sort of makes sense. Everything morphs. I mean, in my book, punk rock sort of ended in 1981. And then there were different iterations of punk rock, and the same with rockabilly and everything else. So it's just adding something different maybe to the original, whether it came from overseas or in LA, the iteration of what punk rock was, or just adding a different instrument. I mean, my buddy's a keyboard player, not to drop names, in TSOL, and it was odd to have a keyboard player when he joined TSOL.
It's funny, there's not many bands branch out that way. The Stranglers were one of my favorite punk bands of all time.
Yeah.
And Dave Greenfield, to me, and it's funny, we talk about this sometimes and we go, what was punk about? It was about playing 3 fucking chords. We hate bands like Yes and we hate bands like Pink Floyd, and then you go and see a Stranglers show and he's got fucking a stack of fucking keyboards, like five on each side, and he's playing like better than any fucking other keyboard player in the world. You go, now fuck off, it's the Stranglers, they're punk.
The thing to me is like punk rock has always been about being different than everybody else. So in that category, we're the most fucking punk rock band.
But you know what? It's so funny. Oh my god, I ranted. I had a big.
That's true. That's
no,
true.
it's not. Fuck it. Today was the first time I went, no, fuck that shit. I'm not going to have that one more time on my show. No one's going to tell me again. It's punk rock. It's attitude. It's we do what we want to do. Fuck off. Right? If you're going to play some fucking slimy fucking slow music and go, it's punk.
Like
Because
Elvis
we're
Costello?
doing yes.
Dude, Elvis Costello is so
because
punk, though.
I thought about that today. I thought it's not.
Well, one of my favorite stories in that concept is Lee Ving. When he came from New York to L.A. before he got in Fear, he hated punk rock, and he was a professionally trained. He was like a cellist or something. He really knew what he was doing.
That's
but
true.
When he went to go see bands like at the Mask or Club 88 and all that, he wasn't blown away by the music. He was blown away by the crowd, by the excitement in there. So he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna start a band. We're gonna call it Fear." And that's what he did. But he just loved the excitement. It does have to be fast. It does have to be exciting.
It doesn't have to be fast, but. And yes, the attitude is a lot of it, right? But now we're past that. We're 40 fucking years later.
Yeah.
So when bands are now telling me we're punk because we do what we want. No, we all do what we fucking want. We learned that when we were fucking 15, right? You've got to bring something better to the table. But what is punk now? What does a new punk band bring? What does a fucking bring something? Bring something.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in here again.
Anytime you want something.
To me, like my music's always been punk rock, and that's kind of because that's where I've come from. I mean, the bands I grew up listening to are all, like I said, 80s hardcore from LA, and I got into the UK stuff a bit too, but not as much as like Black Flag or the Adolescents or Social D. And to me, like punk rock, really, it's like it's the blues. So it's got to be like it's about being fucking pissed off. It's about being angry, and it's about wanting to make a change, and it's also about like needing to have some kind of a release. And it's like, why the hell do we do this, right? It's because we have to. Because if we didn't, we wouldn't get that release, and we'd probably be killing fuckers.
There's a fucking drummer. There's a drummer on the phone.
Angsty and angry.
But seriously, but it is. It's like you've got like. Punk rock is about being pissed off, and that's kind of what sets it aside from everything else. It's the blues. The blues is about being pissed off. I mean, it's about being sad, but you're also fucking pissed off.
There's a lot of music. We talk.
Well, you know what? And it could also be pissed off at the existing music style, because I mean that's kind of what started punk. I mean, you had the hair metal and you had the glam, and they were just pissed off at that whole scene. So they weren't pissed off. I guess they were sort of angry. They were tired of it. I mean, so it doesn't have to be pissed off against society. I don't know what it means, but
I think you're right. I think the American punk, the beginning of American punk and the beginning of British punk was two totally different things.
Oh yeah.
Right? I don't know what it started here, but I think the biggest thing in the UK was let's be anti-establishment. The music is boring to start with, but fuck everyone telling us what we're going to do. Yeah.
And
then you had the south of England, which was that way, and the north of England, which it was about politics up there, and then the whole thing kind of collided. But what is it now in 2017? If you're a fucking 15, 16-year-old and you're going to start a punk band, what's punk about it?
It's going to be the same thing that it was when you were a kid, really.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Because a 15-year-old's got that mentality no matter what. kind of
And-
thing.
Yeah,
Just
no, you
about
just tear
tear
the fucking
guitar
walls
lesson.
out. No matter what happens, like you're 15 years old, you're fucking pissed. I mean, the first.
Oh, especially these days with what's going on, there's gonna be so much.
Oh my God, it's gonna be
You should
great.
see on my Thursday. Look what the Cat Dragged In show. I ask for submissions. Oh my God, the songs I'm getting.
The more restrictions, the more you get punk rock.
That's
what
exactly.
it is.
And right
The
now,
more
there's
you
a lot of
squeeze, the more you
restrictions that are
get.
being put on us, so it's just gonna explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that 15. The first punk band that like opened my head up was the Descendants. Like I heard, I'm Not a Loser in my buddy's car when I was 16 years old, and that was exactly who I was. Like exactly what I was pissed at. And that kind of sound. Like the Sex Pistols shortly thereafter, and that's about the most venomous fucking thing you can hear in your life. You still listen to it, and that kid is pissed off. That kid, that Johnny Rotten is 17-year-old Johnny Rotten. He's the most just violently pissed off kid you ever heard in your life. There's so much venom in it. It's
and
so
there's
much.
so many pissed off kids now.
Yeah, and it's just going to be, and that's what it is.
Well,
the more you
one
squeeze,
thing
the more
too
you
is-
get punk.
Is I think is I don't know if there seem to be less punk rock bands nowadays, and it could be because when I was a kid, I'm old. I don't want to go how old I am, but when I was a kid, we didn't have any computers or anything. So if you got bored, you had a guitar. Other than that, I didn't play sports. I didn't know anything about sports. I'm a musician. I don't do sports. So I didn't. And maybe if I'd had a computer, I'd sit on my ass and be playing computer games. I wouldn't have got anywhere. So I don't know. Maybe some people that have that angst are fighting against the world in a computer game. And they're getting that
They're blowing
out.
shit up.
Some people get that out with music. But in my day, that was it.
I don't know. There's still millions and millions of kids who are picking up guitars.
Yeah.
And there's millions of kids kicking soccer balls, throwing footballs, hitting baseballs, and there's still a million fat bastards on the couch. Back then they were doing something else on the couch.
Now we have video games.
Now it's video. We had video games when I was
Yeah, but
10.
with video games now you can talk
Exactly.
to people and you can communicate with people. It's not like Kong.
Pong, Donkey
yeah.
Kong, Super Mario Brothers.
All that stuff.
Ah,
What's the
those
tank? That
Mario
tank one?
Brothers.
Yeah,
The
tank one
Mario
was Pong,
Brothers.
right?
But now you don't have to leave
speaking
your
of which,
house.
Yep.
Nothing
They didn't
pisses
call-
me off more than that Guitar Hero game. It's fuck, if you want to play guitar, learn to play guitar. Don't play
It's
that.
because they added the steel guitar portion and it really offended you.
Leave that. Hey, fucking leave
Steel
that game
Guitar
alone.
Hero.
That's how I learned to play my bass, fucker.
All right, sorry.
In fact, I still use it in the background when we're playing.
That's funny.
That was my first band.
What was?
Guitar rock band.
Yeah, it shows.
Hey, look around you. Not much changed.
I think what he's trying to say is that I'm like a hero to you.
You are.
That's okay. Thank you so much, man.
Guitar
Thank you so
Hero.
much.
Hey, I bought your stuff. I
I
like
appreciate
it.
it. Thank you so much, man.
Hey, you're gonna play another? Let's kick him off the phone and play some more.
Hey,
Like
Kevin,
that.
thanks for calling in, man.
Hey, you
Thank
can
you.
you can call back when we're gone if you want.
Yeah, call back in a few minutes.
Long time listener, first time caller. So.
I love that. Alrighty, this is the song I've been waiting for. This
All right,
is,
we're going to send this one out to Cat Monroe.
Yes.
And then I always like to dedicate this one to all the little boys and girls out there. All the boys who like to wear makeup.
There we go.
All right. There's some gothabilly music for you.
Yep. Woo!
Oh God, it's raining and I'm not complaining. It's filling me up with new life. The stars in the sky bring tears to my eyes. They're guiding my way tonight. And I haven't felt so alive in years. Just for a day, on a day like today, I'll get away from this constant debauchery. The wind in my hair makes me so aware how good it is to be alive tonight. and I haven't felt so alive. And yes, the moon shining in the sky, reminding me of so many other nights, but not like tonight. Oh God, it's raining and I'm not complaining. It's filling me up with new life. Here on my own, all on my own. How good it is to be alive tonight. When I haven't felt so alive, then yes, the moon shining in the sky, reminding me of so many other nights when my eyes have been so red, I've been mistaken for dead, but not tonight. Not tonight, but not tonight, but not tonight, but not tonight, but not tonight.
That was awesome. Thank you guys. That was really rad.
Don't sit down, because when you're up and we're playing, rather than you get up and down, because your music's fucking great.
Play some
We're at
more.
5:25. We still got some time, but seeing though you're up and playing, play another one.
Chaoticradio.com, A Beautiful Disaster, Lonely Stars live in studio.
Hey, if you want to call in, 909-360-8330, but don't call in while they're fucking playing, dumbass.
Yeah, when they're done playing, actually call in. You can talk to the guys, and we'll give you those tickets for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We'll give you the tickets for Saturday.
All right.
Friday night.
The
for
30-second caller. Okay.
30-second caller.
Uh-huh.
Okay, for Agent Orange and Sloka and Bastards tickets, give us a call. Give us a call. 909.
Love's gone cold.
909-360-8330. Give us a call, and we'll give you those tickets for Agent Orange, Sloka, and the Bastards Friday Night at the Whiskey.
All right, here's some live cowboy music for you.
Woo! Hee-haw!
Days have gotten longer and the nights have grown so cold. I just sit here, ghost of a man without anybody to hold. Well, I had me a beautiful woman, a woman who loved me so. Out of my head on a hot summer night, lost my head and I lost all control. Well, 12-hour day at the factory. 9:30, I found my way home. Found her in the arms of another man. So I head and I lost all control. I came through, I was standing above her, knife in hand, thinking, what had I done? Ashamed of what I did, so I ran off and head to the rest of my days on the road. there in the garden, and I curse all the flowers that grow. Burn him alive and I burn down that house, so the rest of my days are the Lord. My guilt is my only companion. My pain consumes my soul. Ashamed of what I did, so I ran up and had my love like my heart has gold. My love like my heart has gold. My love like my heart has gold.
That's badass. I saw Dutchie dancing. I saw you dancing, Dutchie.
I liked it. Let me just say I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah, it reminded me of playing with a band in a pub in the town in Aldershot where I was born and raised, which was an army town. So Saturday lunchtimes in those pubs were fucking crazy because it was all soldiers, right, on their days off, you know. And they're fucking, you know, you can join the army at 16 and you can drink at 18. So you imagine a pub full of 200 fucking young fucked up soldiers.
That'd be badass.
And I walked in there. I had a girlfriend, and it wasn't a girl I was dating, but I had dated her for like a very short time. But we stayed best fucking friends. And she's like, "You got to come up and fucking see this pub and see this band." And it was almost a one-man band. It was him and a drummer, and we started doing shit like that. And we used to do a punk version of Rawhide.
You guys would like that.
And I bet you can. I know you guys know Rawhide. You're gonna do it for us, right? I'll join in. I want to join in. I'd like to see with it, right? But I used to throw myself off. I actually broke my arm throwing myself off the stage because those fuckers loved it so much. And it was just fucking crazy. And as soon as you started playing it, I nearly started rolling. Get that body rolling, and fucking it's fun music, isn't it? What can you do?
Yeah, exactly.
It's music that makes you fucking start fucking hitting your feet on the floor.
But it's bouncing.
Yeah.
That's the thing with like old country music, like Johnny Cash or Hank Williams or any of that. It's so rudimentary, right? Like the beat that they play, and you hear it and you can't help but just dance along to it, right? Like,
no, you can't.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what we try to go for. I mean, it's such a weird mix, but I mean, it's like we're punks, right? We grew up punk rockers, but we also really dig Johnny Cash and Hank Williams.
I didn't understand why Johnny Cash was so involved with punk music. As far as like, he wasn't involved with punk music. Don't get me wrong. Like when I would play, especially when all these different fucking radio stations evolved on phones, where you played your favorite band and then they would play music like it, and that. Johnny Cash kept popping up, and what the fuck has he got to do with punk?
It's his attitude.
Huge influence.
If you look in the corner, there's that poster, that
there
famous fucking poster, and you go, you know what? Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, it's the famous fucking.
And if
you.
you're in a metal band and you have a picture taken, what pose do you put?
You put the devil horns.
Right, and if you're a punk and you're in a picture, what do you put? And it's just fuck yeah, the English version.
What's the English version? Yeah, there we go.
I got my fingers.
Do you know what that means, right, Kat?
Yes, that means fuck you.
It's good.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Yeah.
It means I've got my fingers and I can still shoot you with a bow and arrow.
Poke your eyes out.
Someone asked me yesterday why, and this has absolutely got fuck all to do with music or punk or anything. Why do the English drive their cars on the left-hand side of the road?
What does it have to do with punk?
Nothing. It does. It has to do with dandy highwaymen. And I'm
Where's the dandy highway?
And I'm going to see Adam Ant on Thursday night, so
The dandy
it has
highway.
to do
You
with
can draw your
dandy.
sword or something.
So if you're, exactly, yes.
What was that? I missed it.
You can draw your if you think you're gonna have to get in a fight, you can draw your sword.
You stay on the left hand side because you draw your sword and you fight with the right.
We're the dandy highwaymen, right?
Yes, we are.
Uh-huh.
You're not going to. Are you going to?
I wish, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to Billy Idol.
Where are you
Yeah.
going to see him at?
The Fonda.
Nice.
And then next week I'm going to see him at the Observatory.
Nice.
Yeah, I love Adam Ant.
Adam Ant, like his stuff kind of, it's also got like, it's such a mix of stuff. So some of his stuff's kind of rockabilly sounding. He's got that influence.
I love Adam Ant. One of my favorite. Yeah.
He's freaking great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I was looking at your site on the computer there earlier, and your influences are fucking huge and diverse. Like it's totally diverse, you know. I hear Buddy Holly when you play. I hear, like you said, Runaway, the Del Shannon. You know, not that well. Yeah, and that particular song, it was that background, you know, that background vocal. But so much. I mean, every one of us, we play fucking so much music, right? You can't. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Well, so like this guy.
I'm trying. You know, it's not that. It's there's so much music we all listen to, and it's a stupid question when you say what were your influences.
Well, it's a tie-in to like. So when you ask like what genre of music you play, right? Like I hate when people ask me that because I don't know how to answer it.
Because it's all
It's
kinds
a
for
pain in
you
the ass.
guys. It's all
and
kinds.
it's like, and then that's when we get where we're kind of creative with what we say, right? So we're like, oh fuck, man, it's neo psychobilly. It's not really
I like
psychobilly.
that. You know what?
No, no, it's
I'm
honky tonk punk rock. You know,
I'm not
it's like
big
a
on the
different
genre
thing.
thing, but I do like the neo psychobilly because it is. It's kind of a neo
Well,
psychobilly.
we try to, you know, but it's like, fuck, I hate because, and anytime you talk to anybody about music, that's what they ask you.
You don't
It's
want
like,
to be put in a box.
What kind of music do you play? I'm like,
Yeah.
well, it's and so
That's a fair question, though.
It gets you, it gets kind of to what you were saying. It's like how I like to describe it is, especially with the EP, and one of the songs, the song PCH that you played earlier.
Yeah.
I like to describe it as like the Descendants, if they were recording at Sun Studios.
There you go.
So kind of like, you know, it's punk, but it's a little bit country. It's, you know,
Punk. What do you call it?
Kunk.
Kunk. There we go.
Yeah.
Kunk. That's what it is. You guys gonna play another one? Why not? Why not? We're live on Facebook right
yeah,
now. So
sure,
say hi to
sure.
all your friends. Jose Jalapeno was on earlier. Said hi to you guys.
Jose from Fox and the
Fox
Red
Red
Hairs.
Hairs. Yep. They're playing March
Thanks, brother.
25th. Yeah. It's Cervello's. Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's do another song.
Let's see what you got.
Shoot.
You're listening to chaoticradio.com, a beautiful disaster with myself, Cat Monroe, and Dutchie, the
let's
punk
do,
DJ. We're
Hitchhike,
live in
yeah?
studio with Lonely
Yeah.
Stars.
All right, this is a song for all the IE folks out there. It's kind of a desert song. So this one's called Hitchhike to Hell, and it's for all you...
Why is it for the IE?
Well, you know, it's about being out in the desert.
Hitchhiking in the desert, that's kind of dangerous these days. Chaoticradio.com. You want those Agent Orange Sloka Bastards tickets at the Whiskey on Friday? Give me a call, 909-360-8330. As soon as you hear this song, we're taking the 30th caller.
You good over there? No. All right. Picked her up on the side of the road, in the trash where my flower grows. She looked so lost, like she had no home. So come on, baby, and away we go. Summer song gonna make you sweat. Ride it hard till you're good and wet. No remorse and no regret. Bring a fire burn when we meet. Come on, baby, take a ride. Come on, baby, take a ride. Step inside, take a ride with me. Hitchhike to hell. There's a song gonna scorch the land, shooting holes in everything we can. Setting fire to the promised land. Little girl, don't you understand? We gotta set fire to the land. Setting fire to the promised land. Come on, baby, take a ride. Come on, baby, take a ride, step aside, take a ride with me. Hitchhike to hell.
There's a sun gonna scorch the land, shooting holes in everything we can, setting fire to the promised land. Little girl, don't you understand? We gotta set fire to the land, setting fire to the promised land. Come on, baby, take a ride. Come on, baby, take a ride, step aside, take a ride with me. Hitchhike to hell.
That was kind of dirty.
We're dirty. We're dirty boys. We're not nice boys. I'm not a nice
That
boy,
was-
and I never was.
That was dirty, but I liked it. Did you hear? Did you hear the lyrics on that?
No.
That got me kind of hot and bothered.
Let me come and sit on your lap. Then.
You boys are turning a little red. Might be the beer, yeah. Might be that it's hot. Might be that song. That was
Gotta be the
good.
song.
Why have I not heard that one before?
So you have heard that one before, because that's an old Mondo Inferno
Have
song.
oh, I told you I liked Mondo Inferno.
All right.
That might be the reason right there.
Oh, he's already put his bass
raw
down. Right,
rampant
take a seat.
sexuality
We're going to finish the show. Not now. We're going to finish it when we finish it. With fucking Rawhide. You're going to play Rawhide for me. That's for me.
He's
That's
gonna
'cause-
force you to play Rawhide.
But you know, here's the thing.
go.
We got Mike back.
Bonanza, dude.
Mike's back in the studio, and welcome back to the show, Mike.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Hello, everybody. I'm here.
I still
I'm
have
here.
to take butter and rub it all over your head
Oh,
and
I
then rub
can't-
it in my boobs.
I've
Oh
been-
my
oh.
God! What the fuck did you play while I was out of the room?
Yeah,
It was good. It was dirty. It was a desert song.
Are you? Yeah, I say nothing. Jesus, Mary.
We're not nice boys, and we never were.
Oh, that's just how I like them.
So Mike's streaming. Mike, tell them if you are listening and they want to watch, where can they go and watch this right now?
On the Kaotic Radio YouTube channel page.
So there you go. And on the big screen, there's a 65-inch or whatever TV out in the lobby. And I came back in, and what you were playing was live on a fucking huge TV.
How did it look?
It fucking looked great.
Did it sound good?
Yeah, it sounded. No, it sounded terrible.
Hey.
Not because of what you were playing, because there was no sound on it.
We have little hearts on our live thing.
You know, so.
Those hearts are like symbolized of wet panties, I think.
Yeah, that song. I tell you.
My wife's gonna slap me when I
When
get
she
it.
said that, my wife literally said her and my son were listening to this.
I put parental advisory for a reason.
Well, your wife's okay with that. You know how she is.
Oh.
So have you boys traveled out of the area?
You know what? We're pretty much like, we do the SoCal thing. We're all, we
played Las Vegas.
Yeah, we're playing in Vegas next.
No, we did play Las Vegas.
We have played Vegas. That's true. We played Vegas.
Played Las Vegas on my birthday.
For this guy's birthday, we played Vegas. But
For his birthday. We
Yeah.
just happened to be there, and it was his birthday. Don't
I
bullshit
booked
me.
the show
Don't
at
fucking
the.
lie to me.
It was at the Double Down.
We booked the show. I booked
Double
the show at
Down's
the
a
Double
great
Down.
place to
I
play.
found
which would be the CBGB of
Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, it is. I love Double
I found
Down.
those
Place
drink
amazing.
tickets from Double Down in my pocket the
Yeah.
other day.
now I feel
The chips. Yeah.
I have a chip from Double Down too.
Yeah. Mostly we're working musicians, but we're guys that have jobs and lives,
Right.
and we can't really tour or anything like that. I mean, we'd like to, and I think eventually we'll try to do little mini tours. But
I spent my 20s in a stinking van with stinking men playing stinking shows in stinking bars. It take quite a bit to get me back out.
yeah, exactly.
Speaking of other bands, okay, so you said you were in another band as well.
I've been in a bunch of bands.
We'll name them and plug them now.
Oh, okay. Currently, I'm in another band called Rogue Agent. Sounds a lot like Mondo Inferno. Sounds like high energy rock and roll, kind of like in the vein of Electric Frankenstein. And the Dead Boys and other kinds of cool punk, hardcore
Love Dead
rock and roll
Boys.
bands. Before that, I was in a band called the Dark Hearts. They play out of Phoenix. Also another kind of high energy rock and roll band. That's my brother's band currently. Both those bands played with us in Las Vegas with the Lonely Stars.
You're forgetting Mondo Inferno and Skeletal
wait,
Ambitions for that
wait,
matter.
I'm not. Well, of course, Mondo Inferno was mine and Cameron's last project.
How the fuck do you play so many bands? At
Not the same time. Now, well, actually, right now I'm doing two, and we were doing Mondo Inferno. No, we were doing Skeletal Ambitions, and Mondo Inferno.
So where does this band want to go though?
Yeah.
Just
Oh, you know,
around and around
You know
Orange
what?
County.
Where the hell
He got a
do,
lap steel
you know,
player, and I was like, I wanna be in your
middle-aged
band.
punk rockers go?
Well,
They don't
I mean-
go. They go straight to fucking hell.
That's exactly.
Orange County, or we play the Doll Hut. I mean,
Pretty
Doll
much,
Hut
man.
is hell.
I played
for us.
the first club I ever played in California in like 2003 on tour with my band, the Bolsheviks at the time, was the Doll Hut, and we went out there, and there were a bunch of
Oh, stop talking about the dollar.
yeah.
man, it's a historic place.
What did you do to these guys to make them talk about the dollar?
Not a damn
wanna know, you
thing.
don't
That's
wanna
other.
The
Save the Doll Hut.
do you fuckers still play backyard parties?
We
You know,
played
we
the
would-
fucking
yeah.
Foxhole, man.
yeah, we played. So Katz booked our buddy. The thing is like us.
I
being
got
in-
an empty backyard, Cat.
Yeah, hey,
I know you do.
Fucking
You
hell.
do.
We played
We'll be
Riverside
there. We'll
to
be there.
13,000 spiders.
Yes. so being in a band that
Got a
plays
black
as
widow in
much
my
as we
pocket.
do, and all of our buddies are in bands, so it's like we're connected with people. So we've played like parties at our buddy Justin Fox, who's
Oh
the
yeah, I
Fox and
love
Red Hairs.
Love Fox and Red
Yeah.
Hairs.
Yeah, so we played his
We played
party.
his backyard.
Yeah,
His house is terrifying.
Tell the story about
It's
the
the House
spider.
of Hires.
Tell the
I
story
wanted to
about
go
the spider.
there. I wanted to go. I
We were
couldn't go
playing
that
his
night.
birthday.
It was
and-
fucking great.
Yeah, we played. It was like Halloween or his birthday or something.
It was his
right? It was
birthday,
his
yeah.
birthday around Halloween. So we went over there and we played, and like we were there all last minute. I put my gear down. I put my amp down. I put my guitar down. I look right next to it. There's a gigantic black widow, huge, just like on right.
Like a shiny little black ball.
Like a giant shiny
Yeah, I've
black
seen
ball,
those like that.
sitting like on the right next to my gig bag where my amp. But we're playing the set like right there, like while the widows are watching, right? So we get through it, and then so the party goes on and we're drinking and stuff. Later on, people start playing music, and I sit behind the drums. I start playing drums for a while, and then I get up and go about my day. I'm driving on my way home. I get a call, and I pick it up, and there's a smeared giant black leggy blob on my phone, which means like somewhere on the line, probably when I was playing the drums, one of those little fuckers crawled in my pocket.
At least it didn't crawl.
Yeah.
At least it didn't crawl down your ass crack. That would have been worse.
I went home and raided my
Killed the
entire
spider.
rig, my bag, everything, my car, everything. It was like, because there were a lot, because that place is legitimately terrifying. I mean, there's like, it's like the lawn like was never mowed. There was like just like grass like 14 feet high. There could be bodies in there. You have no idea.
There are bodies
Eaten
in
by
there. There are
black
definitely
widows and
bodies in there.
rattlesnakes. And I mean, it's like it was. I mean, it was a backyard party. You know.
Yeah.
To
For the
end
Dutchie,
all-
we're
end-
playing your party.
end all
Set us
parties.
up.
You know,
End
here's
all
the thing,
lives.
and it's a fucking no one ever knows what's going on right now, right, Kat?
Yes,
I sold my
it's
house,
chaos.
right, and 2 weeks ago it was sold, and they were moving in, and I was moving out. Actually, no, I'd already fucking moved out, and the day the money was going in the bank, they pulled out. Right? Fuck. Okay, so we stole the deposit, and then someone else came in to buy it, and it was closing today, and guess what just happened?
Ugh.
Right? So I've got an empty fucking house with a backyard that was made to fucking party in.
Yeah.
And if I piss the neighbours off, what does it matter?
Nothing.
Right?
It doesn't anymore.
So I guess we should be setting up right now and say, no, the new guy who's coming in to buy it, you've got a 10-day escrow, and you'll be lucky if there's any fucking thing left in it. We're having a party next weekend.
Do it.
Let's do it.
We should.
First 5 bands who apply, they get it.
Yes, now.
I
Message
just
me now. We'll book
applied.
it for
Apply.
Tuesday.
Put us in.
Apply.
It's right down the street. Let's do it.
Apply.
Perfect.
do it.
We apply.
Apply.
Accepted.
Thank you.
You're on first. which should be lucky because you may be the only fucking band.
That's right. Yeah, we'll play so fucking loud. The cops show up in 5
That's it,
minutes.
then,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, first is for backyard parties. First is good.
First
Yeah,
is good.
first is
You get
good.
the
Yeah.
crowd.
Last
That's
year
true.
you ain't
And
gonna
not the
play.
cops.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually should plug my own fucking show. See,
Plug
I've
it,
got one
plug
on
it,
Saturday
plug,
night.
plug.
We're playing at Fitzgerald's in Huntington Beach.
That's Friday, I thought.
Yeah, Friday.
Saturday.
I found out yesterday morning or this morning. I'm not sure
I
what fucking
know.
day.
I'm bummed because I'm supposed to go to the other show Friday night.
Ah, well, is what it is.
Yeah.
You want to go see the Lonely Stars on Friday night with Eddie Spaghetti from the
Everybody's
Super
playing
Suckers.
on
Damn
Friday
it!
night. Damn it! I need 3 of me. No, that'd be bad.
You know, we talk
But
we
think
talk-
of all the things you could do.
Oh, well, maybe that wouldn't be bad.
There's 3 of you. 3 Catman Rose.
Yeah, 2 are married.
I'm married.
You're not married. Oh, yeah, but that doesn't count.
No, it doesn't. But that just we talk about this often. Orange County is just a absolute fucking crazy place for great music. Only trouble is, right, when you go out on a Friday night or a Saturday night, you've got a choice of fucking 5, 6, 7, 8. Seriously, that many shows
Really good shows
to go and
too.
see. And then you go to a show that you think's going to be fucking it. When I say great, a good crowd, the bands are great, and you get there and there's no one there, and you go, "What the fuck?" And they go, "Well,
different shows.
2 miles down the street, Alice Bag is playing, and another mile down the street, so and so's playing." And you go, "So why are we all playing so many shows, so many nights, so many times?"
Well, you know, the other problem we run into with booking shows, and you have all these shows going on and people aren't showing up, which sucks because, you know, people are missing great shows and they're not showing up. But it's all the venues out here are 21 and up.
Yes.
There's no all ages venues. So
I would love to
who
have
likes
a
to go to
great
shows?
all-ages
Kids,
venue.
right? I mean,
Yes.
the kids are the ones that go to the shows.
Yeah, we're missing out.
They
on,
have
on-
more energy to stay up till 1
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning.
I mean, I'll tell you, like, you play a bar gig, and we play mostly bar gigs. That's like our deal, right? I mean, you know, you're a band, you play bars. People are there to drink, and if they like you, they'll come and they'll watch, and they kind of dig it. But when you play an all ages venue, kids are there for the music, and they fucking
Yeah,
love it.
they-
They got.
Yeah, they're lined up in the front, and they're freaking mosh
Yes.
pitting, and they go fucking crazy.
Yep.
And you don't get that at, like, you know.
No,
shows
you
play
know
at some
what?
regular
And I
freaking bar.
don't ever think about that.
No,
And
I
it's you
at the
know,
Constellation Room over at the observatory, I saw Special Duties, and there was a bunch of kids, probably all under 16. It was like the craziest. I got knocked over twice.
Oh, the
Trying
kids
to
are
take a
energetic
picture.
these
Oh my
days.
god! It was
They
the
were
crazy.
jumping you,
it was,
Catherine.
it was the most awesome show I've ever been to. It was, and they knew all the words, and they were into it. They were into it, not just sitting back watching beer. They were into it, and that
Yeah,
was
I mean,
awesome.
like, so that's like for this guy and I, we played in a legitimate 1980s hardcore band
That
that like
Skeleton
resurfaced
Ambitions,
over here.
when you say hardcore, you mean hardcore punk.
yeah, hardcore
Yeah,
punk,
like
freaking-
East Coast, New York hardcore.
Yeah, these guys they're from East Coast
Yeah,
originally.
they're from
They
Connecticut.
resurfaced
what
out
band
here.
was it?
Skeletal Ambitions.
Okay.
So if you look
Skeletal
on
Ambitions.
Reverb Nation, there's songs on there. If you have one,
Yeah,
play
they're,
it.
I'll have to check it out.
There's like
They're pretty
history.
cool. Yeah, they're
it
a
goes
good
back.
band.
They were. If you go back and look up, what's the name of the bar? The
shit. I don't. They were playing with like Anthrax. And
yeah,
all these,
it's like that crossover hardcore era, like the 1988 to 90-ish, where like
Yeah.
if you look, it's like there's flyers for like it's like the Bad Brains, Agnostic Front, and then like on the bottom it's
Skeletal
like
Ambitions,
Skeletal
yeah.
Ambitions, like on the bottom.
And
It's-
so we were
it's
doing
legit.
that here for a while, and you know,
And we hooked
we'd
up
play
with the
these
bass player,
shows
yeah.
that suck. Like we'd play some shows that were just shit, and it's like at a bar show, and then we got the opportunity to play with TSOL at an all ages gig, and the kids just went fucking nuts. It was the craziest thing. Like they were like mosh pitting and just fucking going crazy. I like did a somersault off the stage into the crowd.
It's crazy stuff.
Smashed
Yeah.
into some kids, jumped back on stage, nearly killed our
Kids love
drummer.
the
It was
fast music.
freaking awesome.
They love
yeah.
it.
They
love
don't
it.
have
Keep
any
up.
censorship
There's
with their
nothing like
their
that
slam.
anymore.
No,
I mean,
uh-uh.
you think back like so being from Riverside, the Showcase was my place to go when I was a kid, and that place was great. I saw every punk band you can ever think
I've
of
heard
at the
crazy
Showcase.
stories about that place.
I mean, anybody you can think of, they would come to town, they would play there, and I'm pretty freaking lucky that I got to see them when I was like 16. You know, I got to see like
What
freaking
venue?
the Showcase in Corona.
Oh yeah, everyone.
I've
talks
heard about it
Yeah,
all the
Angelic
time.
Upstarts and like, I mean, anybody.
Yeah, your
the
band,
business.
Dutchie.
I mean, I've seen freaking anybody, you know. So
We played there.
we got lucky. We got to play there with Zombie Ghost Train, who were
Hey, Los
fucking
Gatos
great
Locos.
psychobilly band. Yeah, and a couple others. But so there's nothing like that anymore. I mean, the Glass House, but the Glass House doesn't really do any good shows.
Yeah, and this is not really
It
crazy
does,
moshing
and
and stuff
it's
there.
amazing because you look at Pomona and you got the Fox Theatre on one
live in
side of the
Pomona.
street. You know what? People knock Pomona too much.
Oh, Pomona's great. It's just
It is a good little scene.
It's a good place
that
to own a
art
gun.
district,
It's a
that-
good
the
place to
second
own a
gun.
street is really cool. It's just around it is terrifying.
I live in Pomona.
Terrifying.
I live in Pomona, and
He does.
I like Pomona. I used to tell people I live in the nice part of Pomona.
Yeah, there was only
But so it's not true. There's no such thing as a nice
Oh,
part.
there
of
is.
Pomona.
there was
Yeah.
only
No, I've had it.
was-
I've had it not take the freeways to here before, and I've had to drive to.
But no,
Pomona. It's
seriously.
there
really
was
scary.
only
It's a
like
little
one
scary.
stabbing at his house. It wasn't
Yeah.
even.
I'll tell that story in a minute. It was fucking brutal.
It was on Christmas.
When
It
you
was
look
not-
at when you look at the Fox Theatre and they fucking renovated that place, it's fucking great.
And it's beautiful.
And it's beautiful.
freaking great.
It's a great sound. It's a great place to go. You go downtown. How come they only have fucking 6 decent shows a year? You got the Glass House that
The
does the
people
same
running it.
shit. You know, you got idiots running a fucking unbelievably great fucking place that could have serious. I don't care what kind of music. But
So-
every fucking weekend they should have a Friday night show and a Saturday night. It should be like
They
the
would kill
fucking
it if they
whiskey.
did.
It should be
They
like
would
the
kill
fucking
it.
downtown LA and
So
Hollywood.
When I was a kid, growing up in freaking Norco, the closest thing to me was, I mean, other than the Showcase, which, like I said, I love, was the Glass House. And every now and then they'd have a punk rock show, so we'd drive out there. Like I think I wrecked my first car trying to go see Litmus Green at the Glass House. Right?
Litmus Green.
Almost killed myself. I tried to smash some other guy in his car driving to go to that show. Ended up beating up a Nazi in the crowd.
That's funny.
But so
Nazi punch.
going.
He's the original Nazi puncher.
Yeah, that place. It was great at the time, and it doesn't do that anymore. It's like they just have random shit. And when I moved to Pomona, I was thinking like, man, I'm gonna be at a show every weekend. This is freaking great. I mean, because
once every 3 months.
If you play music, you love music, and living in a city that to me when I was a kid meant a lot about music. I thought I'd be going to the Glass House all the time, and I mean, I saw the Selector last year. That was fucking great.
I love the Selector.
But that's like the only show they've had in like 3 years that I wanted to go to.
I've been at 3 recently.
They've had
we saw somebody at the Glass House.
We
Who was that?
saw, we saw the
Blood
Dickies.
for blood, like blood for blood.
We
That
saw
was
the
fucking
Damned.
great too.
The Damned. Yeah, you saw
Wait,
the
the Damned played at the Glass House?
Yeah.
You missed it.
I missed that.
You were. Where were you?
It was a Thursday. I was probably going to bed.
It was a
to wake up 5
Thursday.
a.m.
It was Thursday, April the 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when I met the girl. That night.
I was there with you. That's right.
Yeah.
She
We
came
were
up to me
we were
and-
backstage with the Damn that night.
That's right. I forgot about that. We were.
Hey, we've run out of time.
Damn it! Do we have one more song?
Yeah, we can play one more off of here, and you can play one more live. That's your shout. What do you want to do?
Let's do one more off the EP.
You tell me which one.
Let's do.
What did you play so far?
What did you guys play so far?
We only played Detroit Coffin. It's the
Did
only
you
one
play-
we
No,
played.
we played PCH.
PCH. Let's do.
They did Love Gone Home.
Let's do.
No gone.
No Grave But
No
the
grave
Sea?
but the sea.
I think you just did that.
Yeah, you played that.
Oh, you're talking about what you've played live, you mean?
No, well, no.
Yeah, we
Fucking, I didn't realize it'd be so difficult with only 5 fucking songs on it.
Let's do.
Light the Way?
Do Light the Way. Let's close with that one. That's our ending song anyway.
Is it
so
one of
let's
those?
close
It's those love songs.
I was just gonna say the same thing. Is it?
Yeah, let's end with a love song. Let's live on a positive note. No more talking about pigs fucking basketballs or any of that
Okay,
nonsense.
everybody forgot about it until you brought it up.
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
I like it like
Okay.
circular, man. I like to tie it all back in.
I understand, like the basketball is circular. Disgusting. It disgusts me.
Like the pig's corkscrew
Disgusting.
penis.
I was thinking that. I didn't say it. You did, Cameron. You said that, not me. Chaoticradio.com.
Before we play it, let's give each other hugs and kisses and say our goodbyes
And pig squeals?
yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
No, I can't
What
do
up? Thank you, Chaotic Radio, for having us.
Yeah,
let me
thanks,
just let
Chaotic
me get
Radio.
my
Thank you,
corkscrew out.
Dutchie
Made me
and
squeal
Cat
like a
Monroe.
pig.
She's bad.
Back in the barn with you, Missy.
No.
Gentlemen, thank you so fucking much for coming in. Appreciate
Sure
it.
got a pretty mouth.
Hey, call in for those tickets. 909-360-8330. Mike will get them to you.
Yeah, otherwise we'll be given away on your Thursday show
Exactly.
or my Friday show
Yep.
or whatever. Gentlemen, thank you again. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next week, we got Easter live in studio. Listen in.
You were listening to The Lonely Stars. CakeRadio.com. Beautiful Disaster. Cat Monroe.
Dutchie.
Love ya.
Love
See ya.
you too.